One question for y'all. How are you enjoying BronyCon so far? All having a terrible time. Good to know. Right. But no, seriously. This has been a great day one so far, and I think all of you choosing to come here, ending it on a pretty good note, talking with some good people up here, which I will be introducing. So, are you ready to get started?
It's friendship magic? Let's find out. I don't know.
Maybe. So, Show. I don't know, is everybody ready back there? People?
I'm ready back here.
All right. So, let's get this party started. First up, we have the Lean Green Nitpicking Machine, Voice of Reason! Next, we have the skill board herself, Lightning Bliss! This is a new day, yes it is! Next up, Little Miss Tall Unicorn herself, Kid!
Sir, I got his introduction.
All right, fine. I know when I'm not needed.
Making his BronyCon debut, I want to give this to the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. Wait for it. Oh, it's coming.
British Brony!
that out of the way, let's get to our seats. Come on up, everybody. Get the picture set up right there.
Hey,
all right, so
Testing.
Fox, Key, over here. I know you are, but you're supposed to sit over here. Okay. So.
Hey, Toon, I just want to say, I have to say, it was such a modest opening for you. I totally sense just how humble you are to be here. I mean, you should have more confidence in yourself, man. Like, seriously.
So, yeah, there are. Hang on, let's move that out of the way. So, a couple things that I want to get out of the way first. Okay, so first thing, I want to give a very, very special shout out to Duelstinator and Midnight Sonata. Because they pulled off a moment that is nothing short of magic earlier, and I cannot be any more proud for these guys. The second thing being is that usually when we come to, when it comes to these panels and when it comes, I guess, to Roundtable itself, we always have special guests. Here's the thing though, the special guest for BronyCon is all of you. It is all of you guys who came here to support us to come out to this panel at 11 p.m. at night on a lovely rainy Friday evening. And also, we're competing against Ponies the Anthology 6. So even better, thank you guys for coming out to this and supporting on all of us.
What a rip, dude. You said we were getting Megan McCarthy.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people have wishes, and not all of those can go through. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Ninja a part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation to happen. So we tried. So, if you guys don't know who we are, which I'm assuming at least, you guys know who we are, right?
You wasted 5 minutes doing earlier!
Well, in case you didn't.
I guess it's only hospitable to do introductions, though.
Yes, it is. So, greetings, welcome to Roundtable is Magic Live at BronyCon 2017! We are here in the lovely Hall of the Moon on a lovely Friday evening for all of you awesome people, and we have something special in store for all of you today. So let's get our introductions out of the way first. Of course, we have making his BronyCon debut, Golden Fox. We have also making her BronyCon debut, Keyframe.
I just want to say, it's raining outside.
Yes, it is.
I should know. You know that cloak that I just have on? It is soaked.
We also have returning con veteran, the man himself, voice of reason.
I'm currently saving my voice for my rants later.
Of course, we have the genius, the backbone of the TM2 Announces Anarchy project, Lightning Bliss.
If I see another bus-centric plushie rise up from this audience, I will destroy you all.
Well, Toon, I think
And finally,
I think that's everyone, though.
no, I've saved the best for last. The meme that turned into one of the best members on our podcast,
My
British
French
Ninja.
achievements.
Who also came all the way from the UK to be here for his first ever BronyCon.
That's the best thing about the rain. It really reminds me of home.
You brought England with you on con weekends.
You're welcome.
Now, if you've read the program, yes, it is true. When it came to planning for BronyCon, we decided that there was no better time for us to talk about this. Are you all excited for the My Little Pony movie coming out in October? Well, we are going to do something a little fun. Because of the movie coming out.
Sorry, you call this fun?
Well, fun for maybe the audience, not so much fun for us. We are going to be reviewing the very first My Little Pony movie, the 1986. I got the numbers mixed up. That happened. The 1986 My Little Pony, the movie, the one with Danny DeVito and the Smooths. G1 fans in here? Raise your hand if you're a G1 fan. Okay, a few, a small few. But anyways, you know how these work. We are going to talk about what we liked and didn't like about the movie, just like a regular old episode of Roundtable. So, boy, who do we start with first?
I request to be last for both of them.
Okay.
No, I think it's only fair since I am the only G1 on this podcast. Start with Bliss!
Yeah, let's start with this.
You want to start with Bliss? You guys want Bliss to start?
Yeah, just give
So my positive on this movie, it had a rainbow in it.
a singular clap for rainbows. 1, 2, 3.
Are you still continuing that trend?
Yes. We are bronies. We beat things into the ground until they're dead, revive them, and then beat them again.
In all seriousness, that is actually my positive.
Really?
So here, let me go down the line about the rainbow. In the first pilot episode of G1 My Little Pony, Escape from Midnight Castle, they had one weapon against their ultimate foe, Tarek, and that was a rainbow. Now, what did this rainbow do? Did it banish Tarek to a cage like in G4? No. This rainbow blew him up. Exactly. In G1, in every My Little Pony episode or movie that involved the rainbow got things done. And towards the end of this movie of Attack of the Smooths, the rainbow did in fact get stuff done. What's some help? That is a good question.
Rainbows equal death.
You don't mess with rainbows. Have you not seen an angry, like, gay pride parade? They will mess you up. That is PG. Don't worry, it's PG.
Of course they make you smile. Don't you love blowing stuff up? Not just Georgia does.
Rainbows make you smile unless you're evil. Then you just have to die.
Rainbows make you smile because of the last expression you're going to have on your face before it scintillates you.
It's a beautiful way to die.
I'd love to see during your death.
Anyway, continue on, Bliss.
Anyway, so Rainbow and G1, you didn't mess with that thing. That thing was dangerous. And at the end of this Attack of the Smooths, this Rainbow got stuff done by taking down the villains towards the end. Of course, it had help, which I call BS1, but I'll save that for a negative. So who do I pass it to? Who wants to go next?
We're just going to go down the table
Let's
and
go down the line, all right? Go down the line. Just for points of reason.
This movie made me appreciate Question Girls more.
So we can know, who's actually a legit fan of the first Equestria Girls movie in here?
Okay, so few, to be fair.
I mean the first one, not Rainbow Rocks.
No, Kiefer, you don't understand. There was no first one. There was just Rainbow Rocks.
Why do you think it rocks? Because they have rainbow in it.
But in all seriousness, there are a couple things I did like. So I may be taking someone's down the line, but I really enjoyed the only thing I did. One big thing I did enjoy. Nothing Can Stop the Smooths. I love that song. It's the only well-sung song in that movie.
That was the only memorable thing from the movie, let's be fair.
Yeah, there are other things, but in the bad light. But it's not. Yeah, I just love everything about it. Madeline Kahn and Rhea Perlman actually are singing in the movie, not just screaming and shrieking. Love the beat by I forgot to play who was that?
John Bowman.
Thank you. John Bowman playing the voice of the Smooths was really good. Yeah, I just love that song in general. It was the highlight of the movie. Okay.
Oh boy, so when I watched this movie, here's the thing, I never grew up with the G1 stuff, so I have no nostalgic, like red, rose-tinted glasses to look back at this movie. This movie sucks. But, however, there's one shining light in this movie that I have to appreciate. It's definitely Spike.
Yeah.
Like, Spike has to put up with Lickety Split, and that's no easy thing right there. I cannot stand Lickety Split, but
Did you know she headbutted him away when she was right away? She like knocks him over with her head.
yeah, I saw that. The thing is, Spike seems to be the only sensible character in this movie. He's the only one who's thinking, maybe this isn't a good idea. I'm gonna do a bad idea. You really shouldn't. I'm not gonna listen to you. Oh boy, we're in trouble. Oh, why didn't you tell me? And it's literally what Spike does in this movie. He's just like, I don't get paid enough for that. Nobody gets it.
That's it. I'm moving to Warner Brothers.
Give him credit. This Spike is at least better than the Spike in season 1, so.
Fight me.
He's better than Spike in G3.
Meet me outside.
But in all seriousness, yeah, Spike is probably my favorite character in this. I've actually grown to appreciate Spike like a little bit better because of this. I'm glad that he had the sense to actually kind of knock like some sense into Lickety Split. But boy, do I have something negative to talk about later. So I'm gonna. Oh boy, I actually get to do this now. I pass this off to British Ninja.
The announcing community is responsible to many things. Almost answering questions is one of the most important things I think we do. And we can finally, with important evidence, say that Danny DeVito is the best pony in the show. A striking role it was. But aside from that,
But he wasn't even a pony.
well, he was part of the show.
Best part though.
I know, he transcends ponies.
Are you assuming a species?
How is he best pony when he's not even a pony?
That's the whole point.
Righty, aside from that, again, I completely agree with voice. The Smooths was just a fantastic, unstoppable force. My favorite scene is in the Smooths song where they're all preparing up the sandbags. He just wrecks them, absolutely consumes them. They didn't even stand a chance. It was fantastic to watch because, my God, was it cathartic to watch them get run over by Smooths. It's like, where's your friendship now?
Ninja, I just realized there is something the Smooths did. They gave them personality. Granted, just anger and spite, but it's still something.
Rainbows, we love everything. Splat. Boy, I hate you.
That's the best game of Splatoon I've ever seen. Right, we are jumping to the key name out.
I'm just gonna say this isn't my positive. For Splatoon people, spray your base. Stop avoiding it. You need to do it, and that's for my friend Pastel Script because she complains about that every day.
Yes.
Shout out to Pastel.
That's if I can find anything. A lot of people found a lot of ones.
He just watched this before the panel.
I literally, I
What was the name of that race who lost their home?
Grundles.
Okay, aside from Spike being like as supportive as possible, those guys did something supportive for the characters, despite how, like, almost pointless they are. So aside from all those things, I really nothing else.
So, for my negative, there's a reason I want to. No, let me continue. There's a reason that I want to be the last with my negative, so I'm just going to get the positive out of it in the most common concise way. Take this as a hint of what's to come.
Brace yourselves.
So, I will say that some of the voice acting in this is special, especially for a movie like My Little Pony Theatrical, a toy product movie in the 80s. Was actually pretty good. I mean, of course, we have Danny DeVito. I'm a little bit disappointed he doesn't ask Charlie why doesn't he play Nightcrawlers anymore. To all the people who watched Sunny, thank you very much. And if I'm correct, G1 Applejack is Sandy Duncan, I think?
That name's I think so.
I'm looking at Blissy for confirmation.
Sandy Duncan did,
Firefly, okay.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Free Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, well, I personally actually like the voice of Applejack, but I've liked Applejack's voice in every generation. To me, she's always the least irritating voice in everything, especially in G3 when everyone had to sound like they were talking out their mouths. Everything is just cool beans.
No. If you escape from me, that counts.
The reason why she was the best voice in G3 is because she wasn't in G3. But yes, that is my positive. The best actor in the movie is still Danny DeVito, and yes, I think it's all good. So, Blissy, we're just going to return it back to you with the negatives.
Oh, I go back to negative. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're guys. Are we not going in reverse order?
I mean, we could, but I thought, going down the table just seems so much easier.
Seems more natural? Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, Blissy, go ahead. What's your negatives?
Oh, my negatives. You really want to hear? Oh, this movie.
Everything else.
Guys.
There are so many scenes that were completely unnecessary that they were considered boring or brain numbing. But by far, probably the most annoying scene I had seen that I have seen. Is the fact that when a crisis is going on, it'll actually put itself on hold just to let the character save the day, and then they continue its rampage. The best scene I can talk about is when they are running through a demon forest. I'm not kidding. It is a demonized forest that will throw sharp sticks at you that could probably skewer you if you were watching out. So one of the characters, a bushboy I believe it was called, got trapped in a cage of tree branches, and it was Wind Whistler that had to come in and save him. I kid you not, 10 seconds into rescuing him, you can see in the background the trees are watching them, literally waiting for them to complete their task, and as soon as the bushboy was on the Pegasus, then they started throwing.
I started giving him a chance.
Evil trees rolled a critical 1.
Because the script said so.
Or another scene, and this kind of goes off the scenes of acting a little bit here, but the acting is atrocious. And the best scene for that is when they meet the big giant cyclops spider thing.
Oh, God.
I am gonna do a little acting for you of this scene after they run away from the spider monster. That is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Whoa.
Maybe we'll go home. Maybe we should go home. I dropped the mic.
Keep it together, Golden. Banana fruit.
This movie is a cluster of problems, if not for really bad voice acting, in my opinion. There was no acting for majority of the characters, with the exception of 1 or 2. Majority were terrible, and the scenes didn't make sense for either catastrophes or crises. Things would literally stop so the characters could succeed. Voice, you're up.
Yeah, Voice apparently has been typing up a little rant for this.
Let me pull out paragraph 5B.
Not gonna do that.
What do we get? Subsection A, paragraph A, the first word. Book 1.
every other song in this movie is awful.
Thank you!
It's absolutely poorly sung. How dare you make Madeline Kahn sing off key? Or it just spontaneously comes out of nowhere, like right after the smooth attacks, all of a sudden Megan, like on a hair trigger, just bursts into song. Like, do we really need this right now? We just get that to deal with the smooths. Right. Or it's just like another point of the song. Like I remember I mentioned this in my Rescue the Midnight Castle review with Tony Randall's song as Moochick, where again we just had another song and it kind of leads to
Nothing.
Kind of leads to nowhere. It's like, oh wait, I had the whole thing the whole time. It's kind of the same thing, but it's more, oh look, a thing to sell to the young kids.
At least the Mewchick song was catchy.
Barely. In which one? Rescue Midnight Castle?
Midnight Castle.
Yeah, that actually, no, and again, I love Tony Randall's movie was actually really good.
I kind of wish we were reviewing that right now.
Yeah, I would
If I didn't know that this was this bad, I would have switched the movie.
You should have asked.
But yeah, every song, okay. But actually there is another thing. Yeah, there's another thing that I don't like about that impacted the movie afterwards. You know, after the movie came out. Apparently, it bombed at the box office. Only for good reason.
I wonder why.
But that being said, because of, and this is around the time Hasbro was dishing out all of its animated properties out into theatrical release. But because the My Little Pony movie was such a bomb, the G.I. Joe animated movie went straight to DVD. DVDs didn't exist yet. Straight to VHS, and the Gem of the Holograms movie was canceled. And then 2015, Gem of the Holograms happened. We all know what hell that I guess in a way, it actually did produce at least some good. Now Hasbro Studios is now at least profitable.
I mean, I guess it's good, kind of.
Yes. I shall now pass it to cartooning Toon's body.
Oh yeah, so usually when it comes to the negative, I usually get some help.
Oh no, here we go.
He's not here.
You have to wait until tomorrow.
We're gonna have to wait until tomorrow to see cartoons.
I'm sure luck that he forgot the glasses.
That's the story reason I'm going with.
In actuality, I forgot to bring the cartoons.
You insignificant fool! I would pity you, but I find this more humorous.
Don't worry, you'll miss me eventually. Anyway,
I'm saying, where the heck are this?
okay, so my negative for this movie. I want to go back in time for two different reasons. One, to be in the theater when this was playing and be around all the parents that had to sit through this movie. I feel so terrible for them because no reasonable-minded adult, whether sober or intoxicated, could possibly enjoy this movie. I'll say this though, when I walked in, I'm like halfway through the movie while Fox was watching it. We got a good riff out of it. That was fun. But there's a difference between that and being there at the time when the parents were there just kind of sitting with the kids and just like, yay! And the parents kind of just like,
Keep in mind, Mr. Science Theater 2000 was not a concept yet.
Not really. No, the second reason being, I want to be in the voice acting booth. I want to be there while the voice actor director is like, all right, so here's how I want you to voice the characters. I want you to voice them
Like this all the time because I want you to strain your voice. All these characters have all these really weird voices.
Doing that voice for just like 10 seconds alone hurts my voice.
It's
What
like a
makes-
bad Pinkie Pie impression all the time.
Yeah.
This is Pinky, right? You're just screaming.
You sound like Rule 6 if you Judge Doom.
I want to go into the mind of the voice director who honestly thought that was a good idea too. It's a terrible thing. I've talked with voice actors actors, and I understand that kind of voice is pain. It is like gargling like razor blades and nails on top of that. The voice acting in this movie is absolutely terrible. It is atrocious. It is abysmal. It is another word that starts with A that I can't think of off the top of my head. Asinine, I guess, if we want to go with that. I mean, maybe. But overall, just the voice acting in this movie is terrible, and I want to beat the voice director's head in and say, no, that is not voice acting. I've seen PSAs with like half as much talent be better than this.
So you want to treat the voice director like a dog who just pooped on the carpet?
Yes! If this movie were a piece of crap, I would take the voice director and shove his face into the crap and say, look what you did, I will treat you like a bad dog. Never do this again.
Toon, I just want to bring up one hypothetical situation to you. What if that person's still alive and someone emails this exact panel to you?
I hope they do. I hope they're watching. I hope they're
your head and poof.
No, not actually all of that, but I just hope you realize we have so much better voice acting today compared to back then, and I feel really bad for all the people that worked on this movie. And now I pass it to Ninja.
Okay, there are many negatives to pick on. I suppose, like, I'm the young of the group, which means I was born sort of late 90s, which means I don't really have the rose-tinted glasses for sort of the 80s and 90s animation as I'm sure a lot of you guys do. So when I look at this movie and I see all of the 80s-isms, I can't help but cringe, I apologize. It's just, oh lordy. I think the worst was the two comic relief witches.
God knows.
They definitely were something. Enjoyable was not one of them. Yeah. How do best to describe them? It was like anorexic hippies. And it's like there was a ginger one.
So Wendy's Twitter, but very, very
skinny. Yes, incredibly skinny and grotesque and not very appealing to look at whatsoever. Like, if they were going for ugly, they absolutely nailed it, but they also nailed annoying as well.
So like the face from Hercules, but less charming.
I suppose so.
There's no charm to either of them.
So, yes, they were just, every single scene they were in, I wanted to die. I wanted to just plop over, BronyCon be cancelled. I'd fly home to England rather than see this movie again, to be fair. So, with that, I suppose it passes back to you.
So go ahead, Fox. What is your negative?
I'm just gonna scoot over.
All right. As much as I want to go on a huge, ongoing tirade, it would be stealing everybody else's points. Even though I am going to be taken off of what everybody else was saying, just like little bits, little decimals. But this all adds up to one major thing that I think hurts this movie a lot. This movie lacks something that Friendship is Magic had, and that is good characters. This movie has awful characterization. We already said positive things about Spike, and a little bit of those troll-like characters. Grumbles.
Danny DeVito.
Daddy. And the smooth.
Yeah.
And the trash.
But when you put those aside, every other character is underdeveloped trash.
He's the trash man. He takes out garbage. He just said how the Danny DeVito is supposed to be the trash man.
Please, Golden Fox, give us an example, Golden.
Anyway, go ahead, Fox. Sorry.
Yeah, let me continue this. First off, we have the character Lickety Split, who has such an ego, so I can't say the word, but it's so far up there. She decides to run away, and she's so oblivious she doesn't even care. She just completely runs away, gets lost, or she gets stuck in that huge canyon, and she still has an ego problem, despite the fact that she, made a very wrong move.
I have a question, Golden.
What?
Did you scream during this movie? Because your voice is almost
Yeah, that's what I was about
That
to
was
say.
okay. No, the reason why my voice is worn out. Yeah.
Ricola?
explain why my voice is worn out is because of all the excitement that I've had for the past couple of days. Meeting all the analysts and the GM2 panel.
All in 3, 2, 1. Anyway, continue crapping on this movie.
Okay. Lovely. So anyway, Lickety Split is such a brat that she wants everything to go her way, and at the end of the movie, she gets rewarded that rainbow thing, which should rightfully belong back to Megan. Because at least she tried to take on the schmooze. The next character, who was it? The one who's the negative Nancy. Wow, she's not forgettable.
I don't know that.
It was
Shady, yeah. You know, that's the reason why she's
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Actually, don't. Sit back down.
Shady is such a whiny, negative Nancy that even in this toughest situation, she doesn't think about what's the best option to find. Even if that's scene with the spider, maybe we should go home. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to Scrooge.
You know, on that, I was really surprised, like, of course I went into this movie thinking it was the most happiest thing on earth, of course, it's the original My Little Pony movie. So when they do that opening scene where they dance and they go back in, it's like, oh, I think I sucked. Yeah, you sucked. That hit me. I was like, damn, that was cold.
And then there's the other characters who inadvertently encourage this negative behavior to Shady. And they don't learn anything. Nobody in this movie learns anything.
I'll say this, Wind Whistler is actually competent.
And at least Busy was a positive character for the most part. She was.
And still Spike.
Can I also just point out that, like, one of the main things, they go to these flutter ponies and they're just like, hey, we need your help, please. We have no one else to turn to. You're our only hope.
No.
But then literally, a minute later, please, they need our help.
Okay.
You know, I hope when everything goes to heck and the world ends up in World War III, I hope we have these kind of discussions with everyone else around the world. Please, we need your help, please. No, please. Okay. Imagine all the problems that are solved like that.
Isn't that why we turn to England for help mostly?
Fair enough. Anyway, Fox, did you have anything else you want to add?
You know, I just want to add on to that sentence about World War III. I think this movie would be a perfect torture device.
Are you talking this movie or G3.5? Hey, your options, Goldie.
I think G3.5 was banned at the Geneva Convention Center.
This is the brand convention.
I don't know, guys. I will be torturing Dr. Wolf and Josh Scorcher and Firebrand with the Huckabutch band, so...
I'll tell you this much. This movie made me appreciate Care Bear's Adventures in Wonderland a little bit more. This movie made me appreciate Care Bears more. What does that say about the quality of this movie? What does it say about the quality of Care Bears and me? Like,
That Hallmark.
Care Bears countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No one has died.
anyway, continue, Bob.
So, even though there are some positive things with other characters, the thing I have to point out too is that Shady and Lickety Split, from my impression, those are main characters, and they are the most important part in what they impacted this movie. You can take him out.
Talk about throwing shade.
Finger guns to Eliora, go!
So yeah, I'm finished. I just want to go on a bigger tirade. I think it's best that we're passing it up.
Okay, I've been waiting for this. Let's see how this comes out. Absolute silence.
Everybody was quiet down. All attention. I'm pretty spooked.
Characters. added the secret mystery concoction, chemicals suck. What do you think? Look at the box office revenue, you'll know what you think. Now look, every single complaint here, I could say about this movie, I could expand upon it until the end of time, expand like the ever-expanding universe. Expand like the waistline of anyone eating all this con food. But I'm not. Ooh. I'm gonna complain about something bigger. I could, but not that either. We see how far this franchise has come since the 80s. It has gone from one of the most stereotypical shows, franchises, ever made for toys, television, and film.
For little girls.
Into something that expands through genders, races, countries, ages. We show that family entertainment does not mean that it should be super dumbed down. That we can respect kids and show that we can treat them like they are actual cognitive people. But not this movie. This movie displays all the bad things we've seen in G4. It shows all the bad things we've seen in children's media. This is not a Rainbow Falls. This is not a Some Pony to Watch Over Me. This is not, in my opinion, just saying my opinion purpose, this is not a Newbie Dash. This is not a Super Speedy. This is not a Stairmaster. This isn't a Mysterious Mare-Duel. You want to know what this is to me, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want to know what this is to me? This is a cart before the ponies, and you want to know why it's a cart before the ponies? Wait, I want to hear you. Do you want to know why I think it's like cart before the ponies? Because it was so bad, so inane, so boring that I could criticize this, and I didn't even watch the movie. I have one more thing to say.
You watch the movie.
I have one more thing to say. I roast you! Thank you, everyone. And thank you for
Toonie, I gotta say, she was the smartest out of all of us.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why she's the fan favorite out of all of us.
Fox has something to say.
Yeah, I just want to add on to something. I'm not mad this time. I ain't mad. If you aren't stuck through this movie, don't watch it.
We're watching it when we get back to the
Just saying, I'm a masochist, so the fact that I didn't watch this is something. I
want me to see the Emoji Movie.
Yes.
Let's face it. It's not Rainbow Bright reboot. But it will make your brain numb.
So, suggestion, if you do plan on watching this movie, watch with friends, and if you're of age, watch with alcohol.
Yes. I don't even know if that's going to help, boys.
This movie was from what everything I've been hearing, and I do remember watching this movie when I was a little kid. I think I got the same amount of enjoyment of taking those play school classic keys and jingling in front of my face.
That's the origins. What it is, everybody.
I think that pretty much covers everything that we want to talk about this. So
Do we do Q&A?
Yeah, let's do it right. Let's